Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Please stay close to us. We need to rendezvous.
We will do everything in our power to clear the path for you.
There he is! Lord Hong!
Quick, we must assist him!
What are you doing here? Where's phainon?
We are under Lord Phainon's orders to escort. Leave this to me and the Holy City Guard.
Wait, Namazani, that black-clad swordman.
At some point earlier, they suddenly froze in place. Not like some kind of omen. No! Don't get too close. That thing's black flames are burning hot. I don't know what's happening, but leaving is...
I don't know which demigod graced us with this miracle.
phainon, is he going to be all right?
Believe in his resolve to save Akama.
The Flame Reaver is in pursuit.
We can't stay here for long. Lady Trinan's sentry...
I agree. But phainon, he must have struggled a lot before making this decision. For now, let's get back in contact with the Express and plan our next move.
On that note, I have a proposal.
Who's there?
I hope to convey a message to the two nameless.
Mr. Screwlum?
Who are you? Stand down. I order...
It's okay, guard. This one is not our enemy.
It has been a while, nameless of the Astral Express. I'm glad I arrived in time to stop that black-clad one from harming...
So it was you.
Indeed. Madame Herta invited me to meet with you, nameless. Rest assured.
You two know this anti-Catharin? Does he come from the same people?
Don't worry, guard. This gentleman is an ally of the Trailblaze.
Of course.
I fully understand your situation. For now, the only thing I can do is temporarily freeze that black-clad one in place. Time is limited, so I'll keep this brief. The place where you stand, Amphorius, is a world constructed from data and memoria. An experimental field of a certain eon. And now, this isolated sandbox world is rapidly falling into a third path.
Into destruction.
Conclusion. If Amphorius continues unchecked on this, a Lord Ravager will complete its evolution and metamorphosis, and emerge from the surging tides. The cosmos as we know it will suffer irreversible consequences. Affirmative. If everything unfolds toward the worst possible outcome as predicted, the consequences will be unimaginable. The Eon of Erudition. Putting aside the complex details of the inferences involved, I have a request to make. For one of you nameless to stay behind on Amphorius, acting as an informant, in order to prevent the wrath of destruction. This world is enveloped in a firewall that defies explanation. and the flow of time here is also different from reality. Madame Herta and I can only tear open a gap and project images inside. However, the accidental crash landing of the express car notwithstanding, both of you were able to successfully land here. There must be some principle behind this we have yet to fully grasp. It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of...
Mr. Screwlum, I believe you. So I only have one thing I'd like to confirm with you. As Amphorius is already facing its end.
Look at this, if you would. This curio is called a chronocognitive anchor. The two of you may view it as a kind of space anchor in the world of erudition. As long as you carry it with you, your individual data structure will be protected and will remain unaffected by the influence of digital tsunamis. When required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between... Of course, it is not... Curio with unlimited uses may only be held the connection being interfered with. Decide quickly as possible. 2 final 1 Intellectron named Ligus 2 Herta Miss March has already been drawn into Amphorius.
Cold. Hold on. Everything's spinning. But I was literal. That's it. She warned me about this place right before Klipoth. Oh no. Have I done something crazy without remembering? Hold up.
Child of Remem, step forth.
Who? Hey!
Cast aside your fears. Step forward.
The voice. No, don't fall for it. They're lying to you. Turn back now. Wait, Master Diviner? Foosh? I mean, and you, Miss.
Good to see you again, March. A pleasure to see you, Miss March.
That's it. And you, Miss Messenger, the value of your life does not...
Your memory serves you well.
March, I conducted some experiments with the 6-phase ice you left us, thanks to the Garden of Recollection. The Matrix of Prescience has made a breakthrough in extrapolating the past. Now,
The Master Diviner is right. Continued since we last met.
Well, I need to know if this is real. Why reach out to...
the situation is... dire.
She's right. The Garden of Recollection...
The garden?
You may not want to sacrifice anything to preserve the garden for now. But in time, you'll understand. Now go.
So...
This way, March. Your past awaits beyond the gate of memory.
Stop! They're just mimicking people from your memories! Don't let those bad people deceive you! The gate... now it's... you two? Hey, guy!
March! There you are!
Finally.
The trailblazing journey just is...
Traveling's no fun with...
Well, duh! Wait a sec.
We understand your confusion.
The garden...
Yes.
Keep going, March. Find your past.
that sounds...
Trust in yourself. Follow us. Step into your past, March. Find your true self.
okay. Just not used to running. Say, March, got a moment to talk before you make your Wait, that was you? Pushing the gate away? Sending those warnings?
Yep, named Cyrene. It means ripples of past reverie. Easy to remember, right?
Wait a minute. We actually look quite alike, don't we? Yeah. Your pink hair is just as eye-catching as...
And we're both bright, pretty, and positive girls. Talk about coincidence.
Wow, you're quite the smooth talker. But I can't disagree. Wait, you know my name is March? Have we met?
No, but I've witnessed your story through those memories just now. It's incredible, really. We might have more in common than you think. I know exactly what you're going through, which is why I don't want to see you exploited or hurt.
You know what I'm going through?
I know, because I've been exactly where you are. This empty space has been my home for ages. I barely remember what time feels like anymore. But there's something I'll never forget. Trust me, that gate won't give you what you want.
You mean those people? They're lying? Luring me into a trap?
Yes, convincing, weren't they? They've studied your memories, using your deepest wishes against you. How dare they manipulate a young girl's feelings like that? If you go through that door, the worst case scenario is you'll become...
You've seen what's on the other...
I may be stuck here with missing memories like you, but I still recall that door leads to Amphorius. For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but so I had to...
To be honest, I'm not sure what to believe. But the fact that you're here, putting in all this effort to warn me, that means something. Tell me, Cyrene, how can I return to my world?
It's really easy, actually. Just turn around and walk away from this place.
The girl cannot be trusted. Through the door, save both of you. Children of remembrance.
They never give up, do they? But the return journey could take ages. Longer, but that path will lead...
Thank you, Cyrene. I know what I need to do. I'm going through that gate. Into Amphorius.
Wait, what?
Don't worry. I believe you. Is right beside my friend. Two of my closest friends are already on their way to Amphorius. They may seem capable. They're absolute disasters waiting to... That's why I need to go through. Amphorius or not. When the three of us are together, there's nothing we can't handle. We'll explore, understand, establish, and connect. After that, we'll find our way home together.
I see. You've got people who mean the world to you, too. That is so heartwarming. March, if that's what you've decided, you have my full support. Birds of a feather we are.
looking all sweet. Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Well then, I guess this... Do you think we'll see each other? Who knows? But don't worry about me. After all this time here, I've grown quite used to chatting with my imaginary friends. Since Amphorius is your homeland, if... then I'll look forward to that. Your story awaits, March. Make it an epic one. You okay there, friend? Something seems to be...
Even this place has changed. Phainon.
If anything, if what that machine gentleman said is true, like how you and Don Hung treasured the Express. Right. Time to see the Look! There's Phainon! And... wait.
Lycus.
And you, Lord Phainon, will wield that core flame to bury this ancient world, plunging everything into the gray unknown.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in. If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I shall cut through it myself and usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight. Is it truly you?
With one last chance to turn back, how befitting of a... As our world nears its end, the ones who, as the Theoros, it is my duty to witness the world's future and the trial. Ah, I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his...
Partner, what are you? I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytheran know so much about repairing vehicles from beyond the sky? Lycus, how much do you truly know about Era?
Very well. I need no longer maintain this Theoros masquerade. As you know, when the old gods fell, someone had to bear their broken pillars to fill the vacant seats. Those who would assume divine authority must prove themselves. Yet, for Kephales's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Era Nova and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. Precisely. The Era Nova ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant, no, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, carefully must shoulder the gods' scourge until the next world, when the black tide consumes the bearer and all that they carry, leaving nothing.
Unless their core flame finds a new bearer.
The holy flame that illuminates all worlds rest in your hand. Nurture it. Pass it on to future generation, deliverer. The fate of all worlds.
Enough testing. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something. Promise me this. Professor Anax's vision of the new world is absolute. The world and my friends, the fallen demigods, they
Of course.
Good. Promise me the Trailblazer can return safely.
My apologies, but I cannot promise. Well, I stand corrected. An outsider.
Thank you, my friend.
As the Theoros, I declare, step forward, hero.
Without you, thank you.
Behold, oh gods, Amphorius, the radiant soul.
He is the pure child, walking upon...
He is the first to be born, first to be...
Eternal in form, limitless in reach. He treads the endless night underfoot.
Greatest of kings, protector of the displaced, raising humanity.
The firmament of molten gold courses through his very...
The greatest of schemes reveal against his breath and words.
In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world.
There. Finish what we first, and to write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deep...
Come, partner. The time has come for us to embark on one.
What a magnificent and epic adventure. The hero's journey reaches its end, and the truth behind the Era Nova is about to be revealed. Is that truly the case? Here, as the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. This is about the nature of Amphorius itself. A story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is. Where shall we start? Ah, got it. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, as your acquaintance, Lord Anaxagoras, suggested. Everything in Amphorius, oh, how beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truths in such... Oh, but you'll remember, even...
If that is the case, whose memories did the very first news spore sprout from?
As sages across ages, what is the... But let's set aside the gross teachings for now. Look Do you know of the Scholar's Strike? During that grand yet brutal war, waged in the name of erudition, the Scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond mortal comprehension. Made to emulate the Eon's thoughts, it became part of the Eon, but regrettably, as everyone but what nobody knows is that, though forgotten, they never... What if, hypothetically, a scepter found the answer to the if through endless solitary extrapolations in the cosmic code, the one deemed as a failure by the Eon of erudition found proof through what would happen? Perhaps from a perishing neuron devolved into true life, reborn. This is a tale from the distant past. Up now, let's leave the Scepter's story. Actually, you know it's been by your side right now, in that brain.
Take this wish with you. Be as the prophecy foretold. You will continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders until the Ashen Hero.
That's strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it all slips so only a voice remains. What? Ah, it's you. What a strange dream I had. It's gone now, though. But look! Let's go find Cyrene, partner. We promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. Looking at you...
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? This is ID Salesii, home of the name. When he was young and innocent, he had heroic, pretending the straw dummy propped up by a wooden pole was a giant with a single blood vessel, dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world. Sharp as ever. Indeed, these are become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house as the nameless hero. Questions, many mystery. Your question.
All awake now? Great.
Phainon! Show me how to use a sword like you do!
Hey, Phainon! Where are you headed? No Cyrene today?
That's exactly what... Found you.
That...
Goodness! Look at you rushing about! You've got the poor swing all startled. Hmm? I knew it was you.
Something wrong? What do you see?
Oh, nothing much. Just
suddenly felt a strange connection. Look at you, leaves in your hair. Were you sleeping in a tree again? Or was it the wheat fields this time? At least brush yourself off before wandering around.
Come on, I'm not a kid anymore. You're the only one who still treats me like one.
Sure. You may have the height advantage, but when it comes to maturity, I'm leagues ahead of you. Still fantasizing about being in heroic adventures and imagining yourself as one of the characters? That's the kind of thing kids do, not grown-ups. Don't you agree? And since you're playing along with his antics, who are you pretending to be today?
Today, she's going with Invincible Galactic Baseballer.
Switching roles again? What happened to being the valiant hero from a distant shore who made that solemn pact to learn the sword?
Spare me. Can we not bring this up? Speaking of which, what about those oracle cards? We haven't done divination in forever. Why the sudden interest?
I was just about to tell you. Earlier, while napping on the swing, I had the strangest dream. There was this mysterious voice in my dream, calling out for something.
Wait, you had that dream too?
Yes, you too? That would explain this lingering sense of unease. Which made me think of those old oracle cards I used to play with as a kid. Though the Ornyx prophecies were always hit or miss.
Yeah, all the kids would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. If you just redo it when you don't like the result, what's the point of divination?
The blessing of childhood. Believing the gods might not notice our little corner of ID Silicii, willing to let our small deceits slide. Still, fate is absolute. After all, we never really know just how far into the future the prophecy extends.
Anyway, let's go to our old secret base and look for those oracle cards. Now, where did we hide those?
I can think of a few spots. Let's go check it out. In a village this size, I bet all our childhood treasures are exactly where we hid them.
Those...
Right? And I just like a certain someone who has a... Maybe it's you.
Hey, I was just copying those storybook heroes. They never take the beaten path.
Still, it's embarrassing. Come to think of it.
All right, let's split up.
I wonder what the view's like from up there. Worth checking out?
The girl before you carries an air of mystery. Her secrets, you can't help but wonder. Could...
You know, besides this... Hey, what are you doing? I'm just a small-time diviner. I always said I'd become the next priest of time, just because I heard prophecies as a... But here's the thing. The more divinations I do, the more down... Where will that waiting...
Here they are! The oracle cards!
captured it all in my... There we go.
Here it is! This is the...
But the cards are gone.
Huh? What's this underneath? Hey, don't go changing the words.
I see now. Those sneaky...
The ones from Remembrance Maze, you mean?
Yep. Let's head to...
The entrance should be around here.
Right here. The path to...
Did you forget? We used to visit them all the time when we were little. All right, let's do this. These weeds... Pretty sure this is it? Should be this way. There it is! And...
Once you get through the tight squeeze in the hollow, you'll reach... Maybe...
Trailblazer profile? Regardless, how about we try getting through the...
After you, then.
What? Oh,
Looks like it's just us now. To be honest, from the moment I saw the cute note left by the fairies, perhaps when we step into the maze again... Oh, it's just a girl. But you know what? So, if you're... Forget it.
I made it! Oh, that wasn't easy. I can't remember the last time I...
Wait a minute. Are you? Whoa. Look who's finally back, Snowy. You've grown so tall and
We...
But look at Rini. She hasn't changed one bit.
Perhaps I'm like you, Rayleigh, ma'am.
Die? Rayleigh Mem's always been this lovely shade of lavender. Dolly Mem, Rayleigh Mem, Mealy Mem, Folly Mem. I've missed these cute little troublemakers. We used to gather around the fires.
Oh, how good you know.
Oh, he's just copying those bards from... Actually, we're here for the oracle.
Oh, the oracle card.
Chief, what do they need the cards for?
Oh, I'm not sure. But let's see. That's it. This way, everyone. Watch your step. The trunk's slippery.
Why do leaves and branches grow? Which way does the Remembrance Maze Welcome back, my dear children.
Pink ones? That's strange. I don't recall any pink fairies in the Remembrance Maze. Have you seen any, Chief Dolymem?
Oh, Chief. You haven't changed a bit. Still so full of life.
Oh, no need to fuss, my child. You haven't forgotten, have you? As long as our songs are sung, the children of the maze will live on. Just as our paths stay forever linked. Here, take it. I'm sorry I had to resort to such methods to bring you here.
My book of oracle cards. Thank you for keeping it safe. You know, you can always just ask if you want me to divine something.
Still, bringing us here like this after so long. Is something wrong, Chief?
Yes. The veil of Evernight whispers to us once more. It tells of a new fairy who will soon enter the maze. Indeed, every time a new fairy arrives in the maze, it means that beyond the veil, in the vast lands far from Ides Elysiae, a great calamity is on the horizon.
But if that's the case, our journey...
Will have to be cancelled. If disaster's coming, we should stay in Ides Elysiae just to be safe.
We weren't planning to be gone for long. Just enough time to hone our abilities. Phainon would train in Castrum Kremnos, while I would seek the Fate Titan's blessing in Yanisopolis. Then we'd return to Ides Elysiae to help keep our village safe.
It's okay. I can still practice my swordplay here. Some things you can learn on your own. Well, probably.
That's not very convincing. Here's a thought. Let's have Cyrene do a reading. If fate wishes to show us its path, we might find some peace of mind.
But what if we don't like what the cards tell us? Never thought of doing it that way before. Thanks, partner. We'll do it your way. Whatever the cards show, we'll face it together.
Ask with a true heart, and truth shall answer in kind. Close your eyes, and let's open the Oracle card book together. Let your thoughts flow like stars drifting now. Shall we? Oh! Very well. The Deliverer. According to the tripartite prophecy, this card, in fact, it's the only Oracle card.
What, no divine whispers this time?
Oh, silly.
The sleepy village of Ides Elysiae, in just one fleeting moment, welcomed an array of legendary figures. The Weaver, Gatekeeper, Ruler, Traveler. Their stories in which they brought tales of raging once. These were just images, and now...
The Deliverer?
Ah, my child. It seems you're destined to bear the wishes of many, to answer the world's call.
Bear their wishes?
Yes, just like Kefali, standing eternal atop the mountain.
My parents... they only wished for me to grow up... well, to help around the village. Stay out of trouble. Mrs. Pythias wished for more books in her little schoolhouse. Wanted us to all learn and grow. And little Piso, he wants to grow up strong like his father, to become a hunter. Is that my purpose? To fulfill their wishes?
Perhaps. For a true deliverer, such wishes are but droplets in an ocean. After all, Kefali bears the weight of the entire world.
Right. How could any human possibly measure up to a Titan?
I wonder too. Perhaps...
What's this?
What you see are futures written in the cards. Or sometimes, fate can guide us when we're lost. Let's and learn just how many... So tell me, as the uncertain.
So many faces in my future. Still, why would fate choose to show it?
What's weighing on your mind?
Didn't you say disaster would strike Amphorius? If so, shouldn't Cyrene and I stay in Ides Elysiae? How could we possibly meet all these people? If that's true, then who will protect everyone in Ides Elysiae? Cyrene, may I have that deliverer card?
Of course. But why?
Although those voices, visages, and wishes may seem far away now, I can't ignore the sense that something is calling me, bidding me to take a hold of it. Maybe it's true.
In that case, accept this gift. Oracle cards carrying time's wisdom, blessed by Orynyx. May they journey with you, become your memories, and spark rippling waves of change in times to come.
I'll hold these words close to my heart. But now that I'm holding them, they don't seem all that different from ordinary playing cards.
What? What's happening?
Everyone, we've got big trouble, man. Burning. Smoke everywhere. It's all coming from beyond the maze.
What's going on?
It's here. The seeds of disaster have already taken hold. Sooner than we had forced this time. Not even the veil of Evernight could shield us.
You mean Ides Elysiae will be swept up in the prophesied catastrophe?
I'm afraid so. My children, take shelter in the Membrance Maze. One step outside, and this horror will consume you both.
But my parents, the whole village. You're right. Chief, what are we truly facing? Is this the power of a Titan?
This is beyond any Titan. Beyond any danger you could overcome with strategy alone. It's an unspeakable horror that twists all life into abominations that never bleed nor cry. Even Titans fall to its corruption, burning from within until only empty shells remain, knowing only death and destruction. The Black Tide. That's what this calamity truly is. It consumes all in its path, sparing none but the Membrance Maze.
Not even Titans can...
Yes. So please, don't leave this forgotten realm the gods abandoned. You are the first to uncover our presence, and the only two who can enter the maze. We don't wish for you to throw your lives away.
Phainon, what path do we take?
I learned the sword to protect those close to me. If I run...
Then we know...
Indeed. Our friend is right. Forgive me, Chief, but Ides Elysiae needs us.
Very well.
With me, Cyrene. Even without a sword, I'll take a rake.
Deliverer, the card's truth extends beyond not someone perfect from the start, but one who starts small, from a humble village, expanding their world within step by step, learning to save others as they grow. When we were little, I told him I wished this world would never need a deliverer. Now that wish has shattered. Yet I'm glad he's chosen to walk this path. And all of this happened because you believed in him, friend. Shall we? It's only when you're by our side that phainon and I... that our hearts find their courage. I know you're watching us right now. Aren't you, great hero from the future?
Oh, deliverer. Such cruel irony. Though destined to bear the world's burden, this boy can never become the hero to bring forth the dawn. Follow their path. Bear witness as this man, forever denied the mantle of hero, takes his first step on the path to deliverance. Watch this memory play out its final act. See with your own eyes how everything began. Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become this world's requiem. A sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust, and in the heart of it all, a village aflame. In that moment, the boy stood in what felt like the end of existence itself.
These creatures... Someone... anyone... No. You... Are you... No. Olivia. Please. Olivia. And these monsters. Why?
When the black tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together in the far-off future. And when dawn broke, his home, his past, his feet carried him forward, over the pillar of stone, beyond the chalice of plenty, through the he wandered. Without yet he did not walk without purpose. Deep those words his friend spoke long ago, when his
protect those.
The words were few.
That's what it means.
Onward he walked, until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land. In the vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphorius.
Yet losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
The voice within spoke, and he answered softly.
No matter. My existence is of no consequence.
When the Gold Weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There the elders met his warrior's spirit, with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision. No one saw it coming. Not the world, not even him. Yet, this nameless recruit stood at the gates of legend. And there, at
This is the abyss. Hold on. Phainon's here.
And now...
They're evacuating the temple. Are you insane?
Calm yourselves.
Behold, as you know, after Aglaya's meet, so, as fine.
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Egg true warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantan shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales. Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions? Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise, come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
Every hero was once a child. And every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Every Chrysosaur is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a Chrysosaur. Now go, Phainon. Your journey has only just begun.
That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a lesson together. Now, still, on the topic of the... Here we are. Still.
What's going on? Did he just say Cyreni's studying here? But how's that... Of course, Lagus disappears. Forget it.
Amazing.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new.
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan. Let's see how you define the idea.
For your information, In Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words as were in foreign lands, I'll indulge the signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our...
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager.
Don't push your luck. Just know that Kremnos is thou...
So to him, glory and his people out...
And the very destiny.
Now this is a tough one. Well, comrade? What? Looks like we really are on the same wing. In the end, a deliverer. Just thinking about how I'm speaking rationally, but here and now in this car.
Perhaps that itself is...
Look, phainon.
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinin, phainon, and... Hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise. Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Cyrene? This is... incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I
That's Cyrene for...
Still playing house, boy?
Quite the hothead. Don't worry. You already know if that's your choice. I am with you because I remember it all too. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, phainon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future?
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's why not have our mutual friend here stand? How about it?
Let's... The fate of Akuma hangs. I will stake everything. Let's... Is the resolve to shoulder an immediate...
Talantin, the fair, in the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three...
Your offering is...
Yes, a flimsy little card.
Interesting.
It's...
The scales...
Talantin is deliberate.
This is... suffocating. Like the whole... But I believe...
Hear thee, children of the one whose offering... one from Ides Elysi. However, the true weight of conviction originates not but rather in that which tips the scales.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world. It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Fainon's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the Deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied, on this day, the final 2 heroes shall join the Flame Chase journey.
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Alchemist's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. And so, we can only assume that this is on your orders.
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave out. History shall remember.
You must see now how different this is from... Who? Perhaps the role is not that of a person who really existed. Notice how only 2 patients. These are, as I mentioned, such as this. This is a come, our heroes.
They say that the heroes of can't know. So, in the end, the Black Tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Kremnoans. It will hold for the time being. We needn't fear for Aglaia. Even in death. Let's move.
That only leaves 3 out.
So?
Phainon, we set out on this journey to...
That's what it means to be a Chrysos.
Then why? Why must Emphorius' wish... We made the best choices we could, but in the end, the prophecy that led us, why does it look...
We haven't had any... even if we only see the... So, to the temple, after which, or embark on...
Please forgive us for It matters not.
The Black Tide has reached up. It is time.
As agreed, I shall present. Ride the river of time. Step through.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis now.
But after all, we...
Yeah, come.
And then...
Light calendar 4931, the 3rd week of the month of Evernight, and the end of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please, accept the invitation to step across the threshold and behold. Beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it all too familiar. Then you'll understand how the mortal called phainon shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Emphorius's own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times.
The future revealed by the Titan.
Just what will we see?
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis as an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach. You have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Now, if you would.
My journey to the Aranova. Enough talk.
What if just one person might
Beyond the Aranova.
None of that matters now.
This will be a romantic story, but you think so too, right?
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains a total of 33,550,330. Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, a never-ending cycle. Seeing is believing. Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate. Please, take your time. Look around as...
Not a single soul to be seen. So,
executioner.
Castos, didn't you?
Yes. I've become death. They cry out.
I will take all the wishes.
Go on, Deliverer.
The world's cool. Ah, as the sole audience of this eternal theater, you can make Amphorius' frozen fate flow. Feeling a bit lost. As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama. The final eternal recurrence created by... Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him, and this time, under her guidance, what choice? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their...
So, in the end you succeed, executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world. Time has come to once again start everything.
Season. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Deliver it once!
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before burning?
Still waters of oblivion.
Return to my dream. Blazing sun. Creation.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
More season.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. I've lost nearly enough.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
This ends now. With your corpse. I'll ignite the dawn! set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
You refused the toast, yet you still want the wine? What more should do?
Is it coming? I feel that flame. Let me go!
Still waters uplift.
Underestimating our delivery work?
No dirty tricks. Watch your head.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's better to make no move. More season.
Just for oblivion.
No dirty.
Score.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
It's coming. I feel that flame. Let me go!
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Burn the yoke.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Suffer it.
How about letting the enemy strike first? What more should it? No dirty tricks already.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Still waters uplift.
No dirty. Watch your head. More season. I'm honored by. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's coming. I feel that flame. Let me go!
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate? At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gale, much like that scepter we spoke of earlier. It was on... That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it now. Allow me. The eternal land, known as a bottomless well of fury, aimed at the gods who...
Phainon, we set out on this journey to answer...
That's what it means to be a Chrysocer.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be... We made the best choice, and in the end, the prophecy that led us, why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been. They were coming from the Black Tide all along.
Or maybe it is screaming.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius. There were countless versions of us.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so? And what are the spectators?
As the Theoros. Thus is the synthesis. This is a moment the universe will remember after millions.
So, the results, you speak. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames. We become nothing more than sacrificial offerings.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of, but from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating. They were a deep learning program made for the
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Cavalry's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely every generation of heroes, gods, and were. This is the endpoint of Amphorius' calculations.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius' Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Eon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Eons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya. We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame chase journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time, again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past, and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to... I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vat.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius's.
So, let's set out. We will carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold. So long.
As the heroes I have observed, Instruction synthesis is forged.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come when never this never eternal and follows in our footprint, right in and whatever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways. Friend. Ides Elysiae. The little village of my childhood. Everything is as it was. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. You can stay here forever. Let it flow. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luck? Are you afraid? After learning that, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. A real, living person. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you. And we can start this journey together. No. Because there is no perfect solution in this world. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, if you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like a ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. But when it comes to the fate of adults, then go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time until it reached the origin, just as Professor Anaxa once said. In that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. When the waves of time finally calmed, the Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century. That was the era of the Day Thunder from that moment. And that was the
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us,
The Flame Chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's...
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Ceridra.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my... Call me Hycelans, nameless swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing.
You mean phainon? Such a name could never... But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like phainon or Hainan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide? All right, nameless swordmaster.
Aren't you even a little
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking.
Light up the dawn.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn.
Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you see.
At last. Are there any formalities I need?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator...
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a... Dux Goldweaver. Little hostage. Apologies for keeping...
It's you.
You know them?
Before that, I'm more curious about one.
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, the Imperator decreed the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of... Come now, both of you.
I had no intention of fighting. So remember, don't thank me.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceras hurt each other. Just give us some time.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you... So... How much do you know?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct?
How is this...
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned...
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Tribi. The phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, but do not seek him out. Because Era Nova, I will tell you the truth. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the faith we all share will hope. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And the Imperator's alliance needed the destruction. And I was ready to pour all my... But the condition was this. I had to prove that my power... In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took this time. And neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the light. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Aaron. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the Black Tide with their mortal, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just... Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn them. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner! I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake... After that, he raised his sword, and then Kaslana killed himself that day. Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again. And the only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes, but its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time. I thought cycles was the...
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its eons, paths.
I can't give you an exact...
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this.
Fate is a strange thing.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, to crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles,
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help. You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's what?
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down.
You sure do love. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery.
I have some words for you, too.
First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no...
This is none of your business, Grove Boy.
Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off?
Gloomy little brat. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones. Cunning.
Sounds like you have a plan?
Of course. When I first set out on the flames, but along the way.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists foolish and...
You've arrived, Zacharias.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief.
If you ask me, no matter how strong you are, you're still...
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames, and just...
I've come this far.
But someday you will.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind, but before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I... This is...
Fine! Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one... Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve...
Bartolos!
Right. If you got the guts...
Existence is of no consequence. A future will come! For tomorrow!
In my memories, Zagreus
always meets this. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake.
I know. It always plays out like this. And then, driven by defiance, or exactly like the countless paths.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, no one can catch up to me.
Whether you believe me or not.
All right, then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy.
Go, Cythera. Give us some time. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried. Because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than...
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an... Now I have the answer. It turns out, that fiery demon has been fantasizing of...
I don't want to argue anymore. Make your biggest effort to resist. Even if it's futile, you...
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own, even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end, a traveler and the scholar fulfilled their fates, or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates in the endless darkness for no reason. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Reduced to ashes. It happens in every journey.
You don't look so good.
Even after going through 100 mighty. Your name...
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a draw.
Yeah. I know all. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak...
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you...
Never.
Then they died honorably. But there's still tenderness in your eyes.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So Owen,
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. One day, enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. There's no way you'll take this. Step forward, and I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Kremnos festival has begun. And it will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow! I can't let them down.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish.
That's all I ever wanted.
Don't let time hail the new dawn. Soul substance. Empty sea. Soul substance. Tear the sky. Georgia. Helios. Quench the flame's blood. Her agony. We die. If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own. Sword of silence. Empty sea. And more. I'll never yield to fate. Tear the sky. Mighty horse. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn your curse of immortality! Well fought. You may crown yourself my blood. In your next life. The 108,000. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. The blaze was still not an even if it meant burning this spot.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are... Moreover, the son you bear is a son like that. Sure...
Golden blood is born from the destruction only by feeding the flame.
Allow me to ask.
24,041,100.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this.
No matter. As long as...
I must refuse. I cannot watch you walk into a fate...
But this way will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary indeed. You please turn back.
In the end, it seems the clash of blades was enough.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even Kefali cannot shape all things at will. Nor can they dictate the fate of all. And it is precisely I am the hand of shadow. Casterus, the demigod of death. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. Future will come. I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. I must burn.
All of this. How is it any different from that little future?
Was taken from the dragon, it should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate 2 million, 24 million, 41, as if even the deepest.
You're here.
You're still lingering.
Because you haven't completely... You're still waiting for a miracle.
If that thread of hope exists. But if it's just a traveler with no connection...
Your thoughts. But even within the gods' cold calc, never forget what set you on. How many times has it been?
4 million.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, the destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body. And yet now.
And when that happens, your lungs...
No. I've already found a way to keep...
mind.
In every new cycle. All I have to do is push the next one. Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories.
Bold plan, but risky.
If it were Professor Anaxa. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next phainon. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes... I never forget what set me on this...
Wait.
Not once. In millions of cycles has there ever...
as the demigod of the sky.
A black tide. It's consumed. Hand over the core flame.
Now, that just a healer should stay composed.
Hyacinthia.
Return the dawn to this.
I swear,
raging fire.
deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been.
Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
Why so sad? It's just... I don't understand. The part of that warmth that should come from you.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker.
Even so...
I have kept to everyone's wish, even though the divine fire burns so fiercely. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, over and over.
So, you're not just... But what about you? What about your wishes? Ah, Lord Kaslana, without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever...
Now that... then I suppose... that makes me the perfect fuel for...
No, an empty flame, but... I still... Hyacinthia, the eye of... the only thing. May the gentle colors of the... may they bring ample... Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
This blazing sun, fill the sky with golden fire.
Your sun burns hot enough to turn every... But tell me, how will the seeds of...
The core flame rose, and this time remained the same. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. This was the end of the world for a moment. That being known is this Amphorius' realm. I will still 23,500,000. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. Then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn until another dawn rises. $33,550,337.
This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories, countless versions of myself have stood.
They all needed a moment. Just like them.
You will carry those memories and that fire.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you.
Yes.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make...
Looks then I should be going to...
You only exist in my heart.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had? You finally found...
I see. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond this. It's all been for the sake of defying that end. In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
Never.
I understand. If you are to keep it this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, and when hesitation took hold... What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before this, do you still remember it?
Remember the past. And what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, you arrived in this strange world and were bound. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up, and the world we leave behind, this world, my home, will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb. Good. In that case, so...
If she takes on the weight, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million... It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in Cyrene. A page never seen before, Esther. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path. Just...
Tell me, will you even if all of you?
Without hesitation. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. And let the purest rage in your heart, let it consume you. Fuel, fine. Then in the name of world-bearing, I
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish.
Farewell, Trailblazer. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It built... Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Another attempt. I won't remind you how many...
If you've lost count, let me tell you.
If the outcome is your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every and yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score. So tell me, like Kyrgyz.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time, but you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but that is the moment I shall... Lord.
Your incompetence disappoints me. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will, because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with in the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again. Now, a sun is about to fall. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! Are you ready, Nanook? I've brought you destruction!
glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness. Voices trailing fires, the echo of desires. A world of silence, sounds of desperation. Mountains in the shadows, tear it down, embrace the detonation. Craving our damn creation. Breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow. Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You, it is more iron. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a ransom after 33 years, but there is but after fate has begun to turn, perhaps, as for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry.
Wake up! Wake up! We were so close to being swept away by the... No. I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we... That's right! At this very... After watching so many fragments, my past is... Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, not surprised at all. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not true. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33 million this way. You'll carry all that has come before. My mission ends here. After all, across 30 million Sirenes. So, believe me, in the next and in the one after that, Say without even realizing it. Now take my hand. Go. Find the future, Cyrene. It's time to go, my dear. And may the days ahead.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion? Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
A day.
The moon shines on the truth. Blade of moonlight.
Out farewell. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
In lunar flame.
Leave it with
Bear witness. To flesh wound.
Have some sunshine.
In lunar flame.
Behold, this symbol of pure. You're fighting a gentleman.
Trinity is before me.
So leave it with dispel the gloom, destroy the skies.
Rise to the challenge. Let thy Lord put forth all your might.
Moment to doubt farewell. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
In lunar flame.
Flesh for chivalry.
Feeling lucky.
Stream 4.
Gleam gold blades.
Found me. Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You can't run. Come to me. With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha.
Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Found me. Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Watch your head.
Familiar. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha. Time for a buzz. You can't run.
Watch your head. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Who can help us with this big guy?
Stay.
Why don't we...
We can do it!
The fight is set. A veil to send you. Savor it for me.
We can do anything!
Failed to send you. Savor it for me. Failed to send you.